Today we're going over everything in the blog post about the brand new zombies map, The Tomb. And I gotta say, it might be one of the most beautiful zombie maps we have ever gotten. Not to mention a brand new perk, 3 more Gobblegums, the new wonder weapon and new boss zombie, new weapons, new event, and so much more. Let's get into it. Talking about The Tomb. Following the events of Citadel de Mora, Weaver, Maya, Carver, and Gray must take the amulet secured at the Citadel to a cursed dig site and the ancient catacombs within. Professor Kraft indicated that the elusive Sentinel artifact can be found in the tunnels below. Reports of paranormal phenomena go back centuries, possibly related to the presence of the artifact. If the team can secure it, there may be yet hope in releasing Samantha Maxis from her imprisonment in the Dark Ether. And speaking of the Dark Ether, look at this! I love everything about this picture. We are clearly in the Dark Ether for the first time at Black Ops 6, besides the church in Liberty Falls. We get our first look at some of the zombies' different outfits here. You can see this is something really odd. What is this with Weaver? What is he doing right here? That looks kind of weird to me. I don't know exactly what it is. We also see the new Pack-a-Punch camo. I don't know what level this is, but I love the design. The circles here is going to be very congruent with the architecture that we see. And just overall, the spectacle and the uniqueness of this zombie atmosphere is so great. We have the same 4 characters as the set crew for this map, as well as all these people talking to us, including Sir Archibald. Yeah, that's how you say it, right? And I think Afterlife pointed out he's stuck in the amulet, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see this story. I'm really excited for the story of this map. It sounds like it's going to be really cool. Now, we have some map walkthroughs here. This is kind of good to go out, explore for yourself, but from basically what it looks like these doors, I feel like this is kind of almost going to be like a Forsaken type of map layout, because you can see these doors. I bet you it's going to be like teleporters to the next section, almost similar to, like I said, Forsaken or even Revelations. But look at how beautiful this place is. I mean, this is totally giving me like 9 vibes mixed with Ancient Evil vibes and the Frozen Dawn vibes from World War II zombies. But you can see in each of these pictures, there's like a little portal. So I'm assuming that's how we're going to be transported around the map. There it is again right there. But this looks so good, doesn't it? And then this has got to be some way to pack a punch here, because once we go into here, look at how great that looks. We've got a big portal right there, sort of very similar to Revelations actually. And we also have Jug. And Jug being here kind of tells me this is going to be a larger portion of the map than the church was in Liberty Falls, obviously by looking at it too. But looking closely, you can see on the architecture very similar circular designs like Revelations or Origins. This portal has been pointing out very similar to the Dark Ether portals in Modern Warfare Zombies, so that's fascinating. And believe me, that's not going to be the last we see of this beautiful, beautiful area. But first, we have to talk about the Mimic. It's the Shock Mimic. Often disguising themselves as useful items, these shocking creatures break out of the illusion on approach, grabbing victims with their tentacles and razor-sharp claws, pulling them in for an electrified bite. This hits harder than expected, and the distortion camouflage the Shock Mimic emits disrupts your radar as well as your eyesight. Lucky for me, I turned off my minimap, so that won't be that big of a deal. The most shocking thing to me about this is the fact that mimics are back. I am not excited. I would very much like a brand new enemy, and I feel like the amalgam already grabs you and deals damage, so I feel like these are just redundant, I guess. I don't know. I might make a whole video about it. I'm not excited, but moving on. Talking about the zombies themselves, you can kind of see here in this picture, the inhabitants of the tomb represent a swath of laborers, worshippers, and armored guards from eons past, heavily rotted, some mummified, and many with more skeletal appearances than previously encountered. And as we're going through these pictures, it is really cool to see the design of these zombies. I love the map unique stuff. I love the map unique enemies. I love the map unique atmosphere, and it's just great. Now, the Staff of Ice. A lot of people are excited about this. I'm sure it's going to be fun. I wish it was new. I wish it was unique. But anyway, this masterpiece of ancient technology fires a withering blast of frost and can generate healing energies and resuscitate allies from a distance. Origins unknown. It does look really good, especially with the little writing right there. That looks so sick. In terms of the main quest and quest rewards, the main quest for the tomb goes live when the map releases alongside the launch of Season 2 on January 28th. Complete the main quest to earn X91 Ice Pike Wonder Weapon skin. That is going to be this guy right here. So it makes it green and kind of scratches this out a little bit. This is really cool. It has a little shooting star. A Project Janus facsimile of the Staff of Ice, as well as 5,000 XP, calling card, all that stuff for people who beat the tomb before the directed mode comes out, which will be in the mid-season. I love that they're giving us a Wonder Weapon skin. I want Wonder Weapon skins for all the Wonder Weapons for beating all the other maps, at least coming into the future. That would be so awesome. I love that mechanic. I think that's fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, we have the arrow trap. I love this as a tomb, so there's booby traps, and I love that we can use them to our advantage. This is exactly what I wanted. Activate the arrow trap to send out darts of damaging enemy from the wall. If you need to backtrack, run and slide to avoid getting shot by your own trap. This looks fantastic. The zombies look fantastic here. I love this guy in the robes. I love this guy in the armor. That's probably our heavily armored or lightly armored zombie. But then we have etheric lanterns. The dark ether chandeliers and light sources give off a pale glow over their surroundings. With the correct projectile and aiming confidence, you can use these dynamic hazards to rain down etheric fire, damaging anything that shambles through the flames. So this doesn't look like a trap that you activate, but rather you shoot and then maybe it explodes and then you can lead zombies through it. And again, I just love how this map looks. Beautiful colors, beautiful zombie clothing. It's wonderful. And look at that. Look at that. That's such a great shot. Oh, and this is what I wanted to show you earlier. Look at this little triangle, little green triangle. So I wonder if this really is kind of like Revelations, where this is like the center island, like the dark ether is in the center of all of this play space, and all of these portals are really just portals to that dark ether area, and then there's like just a big ring around as the normal play space. I don't know, that's just my conspiracy theory. But it's time we talk about depth perception returning. I would have lost a lot of money. By the way, this shot is great. You can see a vermin coming back, so yeah, vermin are coming back. But again, very 9 vibes from Black Ops 4 with the little wall painting there of the art of this ancient stuff. Oh, it's great. I love how this map looks. But yes, I would have lost money. I never would have thought depth perception would be coming back, especially right after Vulture's Aid. Depth perception gives players the ability to detect enemies through obstacles and walls via outlines of their bodies, plus new effects from Black Ops 6 with the Augment system. Gotta say, I'm a huge fan of the perk machine itself. It will be available in the other maps via the Wonder Fizz machine, but let's take a look at these augments. Treasure Hunter, spot items others can miss from loot containers, as well as special and elite kills. This is one of the most nondescript perks I think we have so far, so I'm gonna need to do a lot of testing. Be sure to subscribe because I'm gonna test out all of these from loot containers as well as special enemies. Does that mean we're going to get bonus rewards from the SAM trials as well as special and elite kills? I know that in Cold War, depth perception allowed you to collect more salvage, or it had each salvage worth more. So I wonder if that's similar to this. Death Stare, your elemental weakness damage has a chance to kill an enemy that is low on health. Again, that's kind of weird to me. Like, is that just saying that low damage zombies are going to have a little bonus damage when they're low on health? That could be really useful in the high rounds. I'm really excited to test that out. Critical Eye, small chance that a body shot becomes a critical shot. I love that. I thought that was totally missing from Deadshot. I'm excited to get my hands on that and test that. You better believe we are testing all of this stuff. Bird's Eye View, the minimap scan rate is increased. Extra change, find extra essence under more locations. You can get loose change from perks, but I wonder if this means you're going to be able to get loose change from like the Arsenal Station, the Pack-a-Punch. Who knows? I'm really excited to test this out and then further increase the perception radius so you'll be able to see through walls further. Really cool. I'm really excited. I know it's depth perception again, but this augment system just makes it so fresh this year. So I'm really excited. Now, we do currently have 10 perks with depth perception, which is the maximum number of perks we had in Cold War. Does this mean that that is the only new perk we're ever going to get now? Does that mean no Vulture Aid, no Double Tap, no Tombstone, no Zomshell, no Stone Cold Stronghold? Come on, Treyarch. I don't know. I'm really interested to see, because the next perks would cost like crazy amounts of points, like 8,000 points or something silly. So I wonder if they're going to go that route. But now, even more exciting stuff, 3 new Gobblegum, which you can see one of them is Cracknarok here. We have Cracknarok, Dead Drop, and Modified Chaos. I am way more excited for these Gobblegums than I was in Season 1 because Dead Drop here, the epic, the purple one, drop rates of salvage and equipment are greatly increased, lasts 5 minutes. How does this compare with a suppressor, without a suppressor, with Vulture Aid, without Vulture Aid? I am so excited. I hope I get enough of these to test out everything I want to test out. This looks awesome. Modified Chaos, greatly reduce all ammo mod cooldowns last 2 minutes. How perfect. As I'm in the middle of testing all of the ammo mods, I would love to see how impactful this is, especially for 2 minutes. Could this be huge for boss fights, high rounds? I'm so excited for this. And then Cracknarok, zombies move around with rubber ducky inner tubes, last 3 minutes. It's always charming. It's always fun. I love to see it. You love to see it. We've got the War Machine, which cost 2,500 salvage here. That just means that we're still going to be doing mutant injections. I don't think this is going to become the meta. It's very simple. Semi-automatic war machine, grenade launcher arriving in the support section of the crafting table. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be like the hand cannon. I can't wait for a death machine to come back because that was always fun in Cold War, or flamethrower or something like that. Side note, I love Maya's disgusted look on her face right here. We were just like, what are you doing? That was so close. I don't know. I just like that pose. The directed mode is going to arrive at mid-season, so hopefully in about 4 weeks or so. We have the new quality of life changes. If you don't know, they're adding a a camo, or not a camo tracker, but a challenge tracker. You can see at the bottom here, you can see add to tracked. You can track 10 different challenges and you can see them in game. If you don't track any challenges, it will give you the nearest completed challenge, which I think is incredibly useful. And I might even use that near completion challenge way more than I even do the track challenge. We're going to get per HUD presets for multiplayer and zombies, which is great if you play multiplayer and zombies. Co-op pause, AFK kick loadout recovery. We've covered that in a previous video, but we are not done yet because the PPSH is back, as well as some brand new weapons. This looks so beautiful. I love the PPSH. I loved it in Cold War. I loved it in Vanguard. I love the fast rate of fire. I love how it sounds. We're going to be able to get this, what is this, page 6 of the battle pass. So that's awesome. Full auto fast fire rate with impressive damage and high recoil. We have a brand new assault rifle, the Cypher 091, page 8 of the battle pass. Full auto assault rifle, slower rate of fire, balanced by great handling and excellent mobility. The Fang 82, page 3 of the battle pass. This is an LMG, very slow rate of fire. Not usually something we like in zombies, but I'm interested to see how it goes. And finally, the the TR2 marksman rifle. It's the FAL. Semi-auto marksman rifle, great rate of fire and respectable handling. That is the FAL. Unfortunately, this is coming in an event, but luckily the event is pretty quick. It's going to be here soon. But there are some wacky attachments. As you can see here, we have a crossbow attachment coming in at launch. Battle Pass page 7. It's a marksman rifle underbarrel attachment. Add some flair to your primary weapon with a crossbow underbarrel attachment. The 3 explosive tipped bolts detonate shortly after impact for an explosive finish, even if you hit just wide of the mark. I am so excited to test that out in zombies. We've also got full ammo mod binary trigger belt fed attachment. We can see when these guys are coming in for what weapons they are. The AEK is going to have the fully automatic attachment, which is awesome because I think the AEK is one of the worst performing marksman rifles, if you ask me, especially in zombies. The Tonto is going to have the binary trigger, which is really interesting. The Tonto, once you pack punch it, fires pretty fast. So I wonder if this binary trigger is going to increase damage or really increase your rapid fire capabilities, or if it's going to be mainly a multiplayer thing. The belt fed attachment is going to be for, looks like, all of the LMGs. The weapon may overheat, so allow it to cool off now and then before resuming your barrage of damage. Very interesting. We have 2 events, the Terminator and the Shadow Hunt. The Terminator event starts in February 6th. Like I said, very soon. We'll get the full auto mod for the AEK, which is going to require us to collect skulls to unlock rewards. We've seen very similar stuff to this in previous events. The Shadow Hunt event is going to be February 13th, which is going to be the binary trigger mod for the Tonto, and you're going to be able to unlock the FAL marksman rifle. And then sometime in March, we have the St. Patrick's Day Clover event, which I'm sure will come even more rewards and stuff. They're just not ready to do the mid-season stuff just yet. And with the Terminator event, obviously we have the Terminator. I'm not super interested in all of this, but I think that looks pretty cool, especially for the 90s. It makes sense. Also, just want to point out here, does that not look like the Marauder from Doom Eternal? Are we getting another Doom crossover? I don't know. I do want to say they did compare this to Liberty Falls, so I'm not expecting a really grand Easter egg. I'm not expecting, I'd be surprised if there's any semblance of a power or pack-a-punch quest, because there were none on Liberty Falls, but I'm excited to play in this play space. I'm excited to play with the eye staff, even though it's like a member berry sort of thing. I'm excited to see. It's been a long time since we've seen it. Okay, it's been since, you know, Black Ops 2, which was however many years ago. Yes, I'm disappointed by the Mimic, but there's just so much other stuff that I'm looking forward to. I'm really excited. If you want to see me less excited, be sure to check out this video and stay beautiful.